Hi, I'm Philip Russ for Russ Mastering. I'm here at Ox Music Box Studio in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Today we're working on the final track for KJ Scarbon's album, The Acoustic Experiment. This track right here is I Can't Make It. Um, Young Christian R&B artist. Really cool project. Something a little different flavor and feel. Um, let's get started. At this point right now, where we at, we're already past the recording side of it, actually down to the mixing side. Um, but ideally, if you want to do a recording session first, is a list of things you want to happen. You want to first have your artist, your band, know to go and have a timeline for your project. Know if you want to do if it's going to be like in this project right here, more of an acoustic side of the project versus a pop project. Have your musicians lined up. Uh, just things like that. At this point now, we're past that stage, so we're actually starting the mix of the final track of the project. And because we're starting to mix, whatever, we're starting with the kick drum, starting with the drum tracks, bass tracks, um, then the other filler instruments, have the foundation laid, and build from there. And then what I like to do is then get a couple rough mixes or whatever, and put on something that I'm familiar with listening to and see where my tones are at. If I'm close, if my kick drum is too boomy, if it's too clicky, if my bass is too rock heavy, if I need to soften the bass tones up, or even guitars, if my walls are too big, or if it's not a wall at all, we're going to do more painting. So it's in the process of the album, or even on the song, whatever. Each song has its own personality. So you always have a good starting point, but you take it from there and then paint this picture that a producer gives for you. So that's a job as an engineer, to paint the picture that the client or the producer has in their mind, with the elements that they give you. The way I describe a wall is this flat line of audio. Sometimes when you hear it, even when you hear it in your headphones, you don't know if it's like guitars, but you just know there's something there. It's not just drums, it's not just bass, but there's something there. Some projects you use pads, soft synth sound to do a wall sound, or you do, in this case we did electric guitars to do a wall, or you do strings to build your wall. But pretty much all it is more of like just a filler sound that just kind of gives you gives you more, how can I say it gives you a presence in your mix. All right, well, okay, like I said, from here in post now, here's my drum tracks. In my air to window, I have two screens set up right now. My air to window and my mix screen. This is the hardware version of the software corresponding. Just some people. I'm a live guy first, then studio guy second. So I like to be able to reach over and grab a fader. So where we at in this point of the project is now, I got my tracks laid out, and now I'm at the point where most of my cleaning's been done for the project. So all the extra snare hits, whatever, or I still heard some drumstick clicks that we need to clean up or whatever. But we'll get there in a second. And a lot of times, especially in this point of the project, I'll just go ahead and clean up as I go along. Some projects, by the time I get to it, for time's sake and budget sake, the producer go ahead and cleans up the project before it gets to me. When the chairs turned around, engineers. Sounds good, guys. Great.